On air is disposition. This is Gagarin. Let's go. On August 9th, Ukrainian drones were supposed to quietly fly over Belarus and strike Russia. It turned out differently. Today, much is being said about the political background, with intricate combinations being vividly drawn to supposedly explain what happened. But in this episode, we will focus on purely military specifics, because it is in the specifics of the incident that one can understand how our opponents view us and our defense potential, and most important, what are the achievements of the Ukrainians, and the current points for further growth of the Belarusian army's capabilities. I'll start with this. Few experts noticed that our military detected the UAVs even before they crossed the border. This factor was key to the entire operation. This factor has a name, or rather a type of troops.
The sequence of events is as follows. At 1810, the Radio Technical Brigade detected a group of targets flying from Ukraine towards the state border of the Republic of Belarus.
So the radiotechnical troops detected the drones, the eyes of the air defense system. Little is said about them because the basis of the RTV is quiet, fairly inconspicuous radar stations from the perspective of TV crews. However, their role is hard to overestimate. It is the radars, and sometimes only the radars, that can detect and identify airborne attack means. The leadership of Belarus has always prioritized this inconspicuous type of troops. The RTV units received stations like Vostok, Rozarby, Protivnik, and Sapka. As it turned out, without these systems, we would be simply blind in the face of modern threats. And these threats are not just planes or drones. They also include well-known tools like HIMARS and Storm Shadow. It turns out that our armed forces timely noticed where we can't catch up, but can only stay a step ahead. By the way, our RTV equipment is still actively evolving today. One example is the Prostor complex, which provides highly accurate information about the sky.
Information comes from radar stations, and it is processed here. My task is to ensure that this complex is always combat ready and provides information to higher command posts. This complex is an innovative technology of Belarusian development. It fully accomplishes its task.
The information about the detected targets on August 9th was passed to the anti-aircraft missile troops. The SAM systems operated as expected and cleared the sky. According to numerous analysts, it happened as if during exercises. An important point is that the words "as if during exercises" are not a metaphor in this case. There are indeed enough such exercises, including live fire drills, in the army. Right now, the military is preparing for training at the Ashluk range in the Astrakhan region, where they will not only work on targets, but also learn from their Russian colleagues. It is possible that the previously gained experience helped calmly bring down the drones from Nezaleshnaya. Regarding Nezaleshnaya, there is indeed a question. What was Kiev hoping for from a military standpoint? To test our air defense system, find effective strike routes to Russia, show off their drones' capabilities, and thereby intimidate us? In the end, Kiev itself helped our Sky Guardians believe in their strength and the power of their weapons.
The air defense forces were put on full combat readiness to intercept the targets. There were about a dozen of them. Planes and helicopters were dispatched, and MLRS systems were also put on high alert. The air defense forces destroyed several targets over Belarusian territory. According to the Russian General Staff and the commander of this air defense direction, these targets were hit near Yaroslavl.
It is useful for the Ukrainian authorities to understand that the response to an aggressive drone attack is not just the destruction of the drones. If you only fend them off, you will be considered weak. And weaknesses are not just noted today, they are immediately exploited. If we had let the UAVs through, they would have followed by the hundreds the next day, through Belarus, and then it wouldn't be just drones. Therefore, it is more than logical to strengthen the border with Ukraine with special operations forces and mechanized missile units. We've already talked about the knife in the back of the Russians. We won't let it happen, but we will act on our territory. By the way, the army moved units to the borders in a matter of hours. And now the question is, so who showed whom what?